Death count in Hawaii wildfires nears 100, over 2,200 buildings damaged. More than 2,200 buildings were damaged as fire hit Lahaina, causing $5.5 billion in damage, leaving thousands homeless. Kahului. The death count in Hawaii from the deadliest U.S. wildfire in more than a century ticked towards 100 Sunday, fueling criticism that government inaction contributed to the heavy loss of life. Officials say 93 people are known to have died, but warned the figure was likely to rise as recovery crews with cadaver dogs worked their way through hundreds of homes and burned out vehicles in Lahaina. The historic coastal town on the island of Maui was almost completely destroyed by the fast-moving inferno early Wednesday morning, with survivors saying there had been no warnings. When asked Sunday why none of the island's sirens had been activated, Hawaii Senator Mazie Hirono said she would wait for the results of an investigation announced by the state's attorney general. "I'm not going to make any excuses for this tragedy," Hirono, a Democrat, told CNN's State of the Union. "We are really focused, as far as I'm concerned, on the need for rescue and, sadly, the location of more bodies." More than 2,200 buildings were damaged or destroyed as the fire tore through Lahaina, according to official estimates, wreaking $5.5 billion in damage and leaving thousands homeless. "The remains we're finding are from a fire that melted metal," said Maui Police Chief John Pelletier. "When we pick up the remains, they fall apart. That was making identification difficult," he added, appealing for those with missing relatives to give DNA samples that might speed up the process. Pelletier said cadaver dogs still had a vast area to search in the hunt for what could still be hundreds of people who are unaccounted for. "We're going as fast as we can. But just so you know, 3%, that's what's been searched with the dogs," he said. The wildfire is the deadliest in the United States since 1918, when 453 people died in Minnesota and Wisconsin, according to nonprofit research group the National Fire Protection Association. The death count surpassed 2018's Camp Fire in California, which virtually wiped the small town of Paradise off the map and killed 86 people. Questions are being asked over how prepared authorities were for the catastrophe, despite the island's exposure to natural hazards like tsunamis, earthquakes and violent storms.